this is the J-Man from Metal SHARXS, and this is just a brief announcement and follow-up video to our most recent video about a treasure capsule that was placed in the year 2000 and found by our Metal SHARXS team in 2019, earlier this year. So we'll give you more information on the backstory, or what we found out about the capsule and the original owner and the intended owner for it. So we hope you enjoy this one. J-Man out.
Terry, please put this back.
You are not what?
Terry, please put this back. It's a time capsule. It's a time capsule.
Wow, that's interesting. Take a picture of it. What does the day say? April 1?
April 7th, 2000. I want to see what's in it.
So regarding the treasure capsule, and why we call it a treasure capsule and not a time capsule, we'll give you the reason for that. But first I wanted to talk about some of the items that were found in the capsule. Of course, there was a silver eagle was the best item, and various international coins and various American coins. And also a $5 bill that didn't hold up so well, as the capsule wasn't sealed with epoxy or caulk or anything like that, which might have made it hold up a lot better and a lot longer. But at any rate, the reason for that I'll tell you in just a minute. But first of all, I want to tell you about the telltale clue which led us to the original owner who placed the capsule and the intended owner and getting more information. So the telltale clue was a promotional pin for a contracting business near the Atlanta, Georgia area. So here is a picture of that pen. Now with this pen, the name of the contracting company was obscured due to saltwater intrusion and of course numerous tropical storms and hurricanes over the years. So we couldn't tell the full name of the contracting company, but we knew it was something contracting, and that the last few letters were DEN of the first word of the contracting company's name. And we also had two phone numbers. One of the two numbers was obscured by saltwater damage, but we could make out the other number. And at first we did a Yahoo search when we first found the capsule, and that didn't really yield any good results. But I'll tell you, a Google search done in more recent weeks did yield good results. And we were able to figure out the full name of the contracting company, which we're not going to give here in order to protect their privacy. But we did contact Mr. Steven, was the guy's name, and he told us that for many years he and his family vacationed at St. George Island, and they had a great time there. And he also told us that he had a friend who was going to be coming after them in the year 2001, and his friend had young children, 3 young children in fact. The friend was supposed to arrive a few weeks later, and so Steven made a treasure map of sorts and even kind of weathered it and made it look like a pirate map, and then he made a treasure capsule, and he placed the items shown in our last video in the capsule. And he only intended that capsule to be in the ground for a few weeks, but for some reason his friend Terry N was unable to make it a few weeks later, and then one thing led to another. We think what happened was the state park was closed later that year or in subsequent years. And Stephen and his friend Terry were unable to ever find that capsule. So upon us calling him this year, Mr. Stephen, the original guy who placed the capsule, he said, we found it so we can keep it. So that's why we're really more excited than ever. We found this capsule and now we get to keep it.